Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hope you're having a great night. It's July 14th, and you are in the basement with yours truly, Mike Marino. Let's have some fun. What's going on there? People are here on Facebook. We're in the basement. We're having some fun with yours truly, Mike Marino. Listen, it's been a great day as far as weather is concerned. Today and this past weekend was the first time that I got myself out of quarantine. That's right, 2 weeks in quarantine here in the basement in New Jersey. And then this weekend, I got to get out on Sunday. So Sunday, I went all the way down to the Jersey Shore and I hung out with my family. I got to see my brothers. Salvatore, it's nice to see you. Thank you for saying hello. It's nice to see everybody so far, so good right now here in the basement. So we were talking about how I went down to the Jersey Shore on Sunday. It must have been 90 degrees, and yes, there was people everywhere. Now, let me start off by saying this, okay? Now, I don't know about different places around the world. Let's just say New Jersey. The Jersey Shore was packed on the beach. 90 degrees. Beautiful weather. The ocean was ripping and roaring. The skies were blue. The clouds were white. People were swimming. And every ethnic group from around, I guess, the tri-state area was on the beach laughing, joking, getting along. Who had music, who had hot dogs and french fries, who had all kinds of different foods. The Italians walking around with slippers going, hey, oh, hey. And we were having fun. No problems, no fights, no protesting, people parking their cars, mass amounts of traffic. People were laughing. We got to get out for the day. Now, there were people who were walking around with masks on, and there were people who were walking out without the masks. Some areas you had to have it, and some areas you didn't. But everybody, as far as I saw, was doing what was right and respecting each other. And I also saw in the news that supposedly New Jersey is the head of the game in all the states, and they bending the curve the right way. So thank you, my home state of New Jersey. I'm sorry, I'm just wearing a tank top because it gets hot down here in the basement. And I think it's really great that everybody's doing the right thing. Everybody's getting along. Everybody's having some fun. So for the first time, I think in a long time, let me be the newscaster that says, what a great day, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it's a great day. We're talking about July 14th. We're hanging out in the basement, and it's a great day. Sunday was great, Saturday was great, Monday was great, and today is great. Some people are saying, watching President now, have a good day, LOL. Well, I hope whatever the president's talking about on television is important and it's good. I just wish some of these people that give these speeches would actually say the right thing. Everybody knows what the right thing is, ladies and gentlemen. They know what the right thing is. I guess it became, well, you better be careful how you say it. For what? Everybody knows what it is. If something doesn't belong to you, who the fuck are you to take it? That's the law. And that's what's right. So, let's do what's right. Let's see who's writing into the show right now real quick, because I love when I get these letters from different places around the country, like Australia. Hi, Michael Hughes. It's nice to see you, my man. Thank you so much for saying hello. Keyword is respect, that Donald Russo is saying, and you're right. Respect. What happened to respect? When you're nice to somebody, they have no choice but to be nice to you back. What else are you possibly going to do? And if somebody's hurting you, there's no reason why you can't hurt them, unless you can. If you can't, you do like me. You call somebody else and you make that happen. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a shout out from one of my favorite entertainers, and his name is Marklin, but they call him Mr. Direct. I don't know why you're not here. I invite you over all the time. This is my buddy, great entertainer, and I'm here. So if you want to come over and say hello, my back door is always open. And if anybody knows anything about the Italian people in New Jersey, in this area, if your back door is open, that means your family. You come over. Strangers go to the front door. Strangers. family comes around the back door and they just walk in. That's the way it is. So, Mr. Direct, just real. I hope you're all right, buddy. I love when you put up your posts. Nobody's knocking you down. This guy's fantastic. Everybody who's watching right now, especially here on Facebook, if you would, say hello to Mr. Direct, just real. Send him a little note, become his friend, and watch his show. One thing that's really great about this man is whether he's right or is wrong, he lets everybody talk to him. Everybody's invited to talk to him, to sit down and have a conversation. And the thing is, right, wrong, or indifferent, you have the conversation and you have some fun. And when you're done, then you go out and have some pizza. Appreciate the invite. Quarantine time. Shit. All right. At least he's telling the truth over here. Mr. Direct came in from California. They locked his ass up in his basement for 2 weeks. Yeah, I got out of quarantine prison on Sunday, and it felt really, really great. You got to do the right thing because we're talking about respect. And the respect is not always just for just yourself. It's for other people. So if other people need you to be wearing the mask, you should do the right thing. And it's not that big of a deal. You put it on, you take it off. It's always really, really cool. All right. It's always a greater day. Thank you, Annie Dre, for saying that. And one of my dear friends is saying hello to everybody right now. Cliff Yates Jr., one of the funniest stand-up comedians in the country. Right now he's out on an island. The island is the Thousand Islands. A lot of people don't even know about this. There actually is a place called the Thousand Islands. Sits on the top of upstate New York in Canada. It borders Canada and upstate New York, almost kind of close to, I want to say, Niagara Falls. Now, this area has thousands of islands. You can own your own island. It's not that big. It's about the size of a house. But that's where they got the idea for Thousand Islands dressing. And it's my favorite dressing. Everybody knows it's the secret sauce on a Big Mac. It's probably the secret sauce on a lot of different hamburgers. That's right. All right, Mr. Direct, just real. You're always welcome at my house. I can't wait to see you. My son is in L.A. It is in lockdown right now. Anna Dre, I'm sorry. That's right. A lot of stuff that's going on in California right now is on lockdown. But I think what happened was they opened a little too soon. I hate to say that. If they opened up a little too soon and everybody went running to go out, and now they have to backtrack and start all over again, and that sucks. Here in New Jersey, I guess they're following the plan, and so far, so good. Evie the Voice, how you doing, man? It's nice to see you. I'd like to listen to your music. I am T. Krillo. A lot of people have these acronyms, and you don't know what their name is. I like to acknowledge everybody. I was talking to a Grammy Award winner, a 3-time Grammy Award winner, when I was in Los Angeles before I came home. And I can't find his name and his address, but it was really great to be on the show with him. And it's really funny when you have two entertainers on the same show coming from different aspects of the entertainment world. It's actually a lot of fun because he's talking about music, I'm talking about comedy, and before you know it, at the end of the show, we'll end up doing a show together, which is marvelous, and I'm happy the way that those things actually work out. Arlene Lubman Brief, ladies and gentlemen, is an agent, and she books comedians and she books singers. So Arlene, while you're actually writing here on my Facebook page, say hello to Mr. Direct Just Real, because you never know. He might be a talent that you might be looking for one of your events when the whole shutdown opens and we come back to performing again. Thank you, Dora. I don't know when I'm coming back to California. I really appreciate you asking me that question. I have a place in Los Angeles, California in Studio City, and I also have a place, obviously, right here in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. But since the pandemic hit, who knows where anybody's career in the entertainment world is going to go. Luckily, yesterday I got a phone call from a talent coordinator who said we are going to have a show at Villa Roma this coming Saturday night. So Saturday night, July 18th, I don't know how I got this lucky, but I'm performing at Villa Roma, which is the Catskills, upstate New York, not too far from the Thousand Islands. Okay, I will. Also, Carlo Bellario, who you see is writing into the show right now, is a great comedian, and he has a great talk show called Animal House Radio. So, Marklin, Mr. Direct Just Real, say hello to Carlo. Carlos, say hello to Arlene Lubman. We're actually having a Zoom all of a sudden. But you guys all should say hello to each other, hopefully when the pandemic comes to an end. And it will, it will, it will. We all go out and entertain each other and have some fun on stage. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to an outdoor concert? The show that I'm going to be doing at the Catskills, Villa Roma, this Saturday night is being moved from the theater to the pool area. So I'll be performing outside. One of the hardest things about being a comedian performing outside, and I've done it many, many times, is the laughter dissipates and you really can't hear anything. So you just kind of hope that you see their face and they're laughing. I'm also going to be performing in some drive-in movie theaters, and the laughter is going to be that of a horn. Beep, beep. So if I don't hear any horns blowing, I guess people aren't laughing. But then again, maybe people blow the horn saying, shut the hell up. Who knows? Hi, Mike from Syracuse, New York. Love you. And I love you too, Darlene. Thank you very much for saying that. Nick, he's coming to Port Charlotte in Florida. And Carlo, don't forget. That's great. Keep saying hello to each other. Mix and match. You know, Carlo, how I have my mixers here at my house. We were talking about July 18th, and I'm coming up to Villa Roma. If anybody's going to be in the area, Villa Roma is one of the last hotels from the Catskill days, the Borscht Belt, when all the legendary comedians went up there to put Baby in the corner, if you remember from Flashdance. Was Flashdance? Not Flashdance. Last Dance, Gotta Dance. Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing. It's from Dirty Dancing. So if you want to go up there, you can make that happen. Arlene, don't give out your phone number like that. Instant message. Are you crazy? There's way too many crazy people out there. You're going to get some nutty-ass phone calls. Do it on the inside. Do it on the inside. DM. That's an acronym for direct message. I would never. I missed the mixers. Well, you know, maybe we're going to have them. I guess we're having a little bit of a mixer right now. So we're talking about the Borscht Belt, Villa Roma, one of the last hotels still standing up there in the Catskills. Yours truly will be performing there this Saturday night, July 18th at 9:30 out by the pool. So if you want to come up there, I'm going to be up there. And then, good little shout out. I'm sorry, I'm reading my schedule over here, which is on the left. I'm going to go watch a friend of mine sing. I wish he was watching the show right now. But Michael Martucci is an unbelievable performer. Usually has a 16 to 22 piece orchestra behind him. Well, this Sunday night, July 19, Michael's going to be performing out in Hawthorne. And in Hawthorne, New Jersey, there's a place called Batagra. So I'm going to go up there and watch him sing. That's from 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Hopefully it'll be a nice, cool day, and it won't be missing going surfing. That's going to be on July 19. Michael Martucci Show, 80 Waggarow Road, Hawthorne, New Jersey. The Batagra Restaurant. So I'll be up there chilling, hanging out, having some cocktails. Anybody want to come and join me, we can make that happen. And then on July 29 through August 1st, I'm going to return to Florida. This time I'm going to take a nice drive from New Jersey, get myself to Florida, and I'm performing at Vasani's Comedy Theater. This is a beautiful theater. I believe we're doing the shows outdoors. They will be practicing social distancing. Everything is going to be done on the up and up. So make sure if you want to come, anybody out there in Florida, July 29 through August 1st, that's going to be at Fasani's Comedy Theater, Port Charlotte, Florida. Port Charlotte, Florida. Everything is on my website, MikeMarino.net. And then on August 8th, I'm going to be at the Monroe Township Black Horse Pike Hall, another outdoor show. More information to come on that. And then, if everything stays in force, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. One of my favorite all-time places to perform, August 9th. It's a Sunday night in Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Some of us call it Beach Haven. This is going to be at the Surflight Theater, okay? The Surflight Theater in Beach Haven, New Jersey, August 9th. Go to MikeMarino.net. Find some more information about that. Come, get your laugh on, and let's make that happen. One of the greatest comedy clubs in Los Angeles is writing to me right now. Say hello to Jack Asadorian, who owns the Ha Ha Comedy Club in North Hollywood, California on Lancashire Boulevard. And this is truly one of the greatest comedy club institutions. I started performing here when I first started performing as a comedian. Jack and his wife, Terry. Jack, I hope you're watching. They were so wonderful. It's a family, like a family. His son does stand up, Jack Jr. He has comedian friends from all around the globe, from open micers to major movie stars. This is the place to be. I hope his club opens again. I miss you too, Jack. I miss you so much, man. I give anything to be in Los Angeles playing that club this weekend, Friday night. We always did my show over there, Make America Italian Again, and I hope I get to come back there again. So this is Jack of the Ha Ha Comedy Club, North Hollywood, California, right around the corner from where my house is on Lancashire Boulevard. Jack, everybody misses that club because it was like the happiest place on earth. Everybody went down there and laughed and had fun. You know, there's no fights in a place like this. The food is absolutely delicious. Somebody just said my arms look like Hulk Hogan's. Well, you know what? I've been on lockdown. I got nothing to do, so we got some dumbbells. So I've been exercising, trying to take care of myself. And not only am I taking care of my outer body, my mind. You know, this whole thing has been wearing on a lot of people. And in the last couple of weeks, I've been asked to do two fundraisers for two mental health places. Well, one's mental health, which I donated some money and some charitable memorabilia to so that they can make some money. Also, some tickets to my shows. It's a mental health event. And also teen suicide. I mean, there's a... I don't have the information in front of me, which is really unprofessional of me, but I'm going to be doing a charity tomorrow afternoon on Zoom for a company that raises money for teen suicide. And I can understand now how some young kids are so upset about what's going on in the world. I mean, okay, we have a pandemic, we have a disease that's killing a lot of people, but also, I mean, the violence that's going on in this world, these people shooting each other, yelling and screaming and wanting to fight. What the fuck happened, man? I mean, I have friends that I don't like, but geez. You know, we need to calm down a little bit, people. I hope. Maybe if they find a cure, maybe if we go back to being the way things used to be, people won't fight as much because there's things to do. And you get to go out, you get to enjoy your friends, you know, you go on a date, or you take your girl out, or you take your wife out, or you hang out with your children, you know. Today they did a thing on the news about one of the oldest historical amusement parks in California. I'm sorry, here in New Jersey. It was called Action Park, and they were showing how they actually didn't know whether the people were going to get hurt or not. Could you imagine that? Here he goes down the water slide. Is he going to be okay? Well, we don't know, but we'll find out when he hits the water at the end. That's such a Jersey thing. What happened? Oh, just walk it off. Walk it off. He'd be all right. He broke his leg. He can't walk. Well, limp a little bit. Mike, we need another gig with the chicken cutlet and the mozzarella. Yeah, we do. I don't blame any one person. I mean, I've met Mayor de Blasio, and you do wonder why some of these people don't just say, hey, look, this ain't fucking right, man. Holy shit. You just can't come in here and start doing what you're doing. You're destroying everything. If we have a pandemic and you can't have a parade, stop all the parades, not just one. Right? Stop everything. If you can't do this for certain reasons, okay, stop it for everybody. All right, if we can't protest this, well, then these protesters can't protest that. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Come on, people, let's go. I brought this into my show tonight because in a couple of weeks they're going to have a thing in this town where they're going to try to remove the statue of Columbus, Christopher Columbus. Yes, the forefather, the founder of the United States. Hey, right or wrong, as an Italian American, what are we going to do without Columbus Day? I mean, As far as I'm concerned, you want to talk about removing a statue? Okay, whatever the statue is, you want to talk about it, and make the right thing happen. Don't go take it. Don't go just knock it down. What's next? You're going to come over my house and get rid of my toilet because you didn't like it? Did it not flush properly? Do you not like the history of where I bought my toilet? I have a toilet that I had to get out of China. Yeah, because it's in the basement. The one in Home Depot didn't work. So I had to get one from China. What's somebody going to do? Oh, you got to get rid of that. I mean, we could find some humor in this shit if we really wanted to. I'm going to the meeting and I'm going to tell everybody, if we remove the statue, we should put up a statue of somebody everybody admires. Frankenstein. Now, let me explain. Nobody knows anything about the history of Frankenstein because he was put together in a day. So you don't know where his body parts came from. There's no history. You can make up your own history. And Frankenstein died twice. And then he came back to life. He never had a wife until his wife came back to life. But she didn't want to be with him no more. If you remember the episode, she said to Frankenstein, I want a divorce. And he said, which is what most guys say when their wife says they want a divorce. I mean, I'm only kidding around. But what if we put up, I don't know, the Headless Horseman? He used to deliver the mail. How do you deliver mail when you don't have a head? People, I'm being sarcastic, but that's just the way I feel about it. If you have nothing to do, and all you want to do is get together with some people to go take down some statues, I suggest maybe there's something else out there that might find you some joy. That's the way I see it. And you can't, a lot of people were saying you can't erase history. You can't. You should go back and visit it. Say hello to it. Maybe there was something you didn't know. My whole life, everybody thought I was Irish. If I showed you where my mother's from, you would wonder how she even survived being in the mountains of a small town called Daronia and Campobasso, Italy, and all my aunts and uncles have blonde hair and blue eyes. And you can have some fun with that. Thea Gibson, how you doing? Jack, I hope you were listening. I love you, man. I miss you. I miss your son. I miss Terry. I miss everybody at the Ha Ha Comedy Club in North Hollywood. I got to do a shout out to one of my favorite actors in the industry, Gary Pastore. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me, when is Gary going to come back on the show? Well, I haven't had him on the show because I was in quarantine. Now that I'm out in quarantine, we're going to have him back on the show. I know Tom, Dr. Tom, would like to see Gary. Gary's out fishing right now, so I think we're going to do another podcast on Thursday night, and we'll have Gary come down to the basement, and we'll chat up a little bit, and then we'll go over his house and take a dive in the pool, because he has a pool. It's very hot in New Jersey, all right? I want to do a shout-out to Gary Pastore's cousin, Vinny Pastore, whose birthday is today. So happy birthday, Vinny Pastore. We all know and love him from so many movies, and, of course, the legendary character that he played on a TV series called The Sopranos. That character was called Big Pussy. All right? Big Pussy on The Sopranos. I was lucky enough to do many performances on stage with Vinny Pastore, and also I did a movie called Pizza with Bullets, starring Vinny Pastore, our other friend Ronnie Marmo, Talia Shire from Rocky and The Godfather, and yours truly, Mike Marino, alongside of a lot of different stars, including Tony Devin. Know a lot of people out there might know what I'm talking about, but did you ever hang around with somebody that lies all the time? They're constantly lying. It's like the most amazing thing. You wonder if they don't wonder how you don't know, if that made any sense. You ever talk to somebody that lies so fucking much that you're looking at them going, you do know I know you're lying, right? When your lips are moving, I know that you're full of shit. But yet they keep on lying, and they build these lies up to places, to an arena where you can never get out of the lie. Then you start wondering, maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe some of it was true. Could it all have been? How long have you been lying like this? And then you got guys who just, when they lie, they take your life down a street that fucks you in the ass. And it hurts. and there's nothing you can. Maybe I shouldn't have been that graphic. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. They take you down a street that you can't get out of the street anymore. And it's brutal. Chronic liars believe their own bullshit. Well, okay, Dr. Tom, thank you much for saying that, because I have this friend and he's showing up on all these different things and he became the most intense liar I've ever seen. So I, just being new to the friendship, said, hey guys, I'm out. I ain't going down here. I'm too old. I'm too old for this. I can't do this no more. So I backed out. And this particular person stayed friends with some of my good friends, and I warned them all, run from this person. You're going to get screwed. He's a yapper, a weasel, a troublemaker. So I'm kind of hoping that someday this particular person we bump into, I put him in a headlock and I squeeze the lies right out. Say what's on your mind. Say what's on your mind. Don't hold that shit in. You say what you hold it in, you fought, you kill the people behind you. Let it out. Mel Brooks once said, a liar is a stand-up philosopher. Well, I like that. How you doing, Cam? It's nice to see you. I was just talking about people in the world who lie constantly. All right. Now, there is a term for a person who lies all the time. They call it a pathological liar. And supposedly they don't realize they're lying. Well, that I don't believe. Because if you don't know that you're lying, find a fucking pill, pop the pill, and maybe you can get a cure for that shit. All right? Because when I know somebody's lying, you just punch them right in the face. That'll cure them from ever lying again. Because when you do lie, you ruin somebody else's life. I ain't taking that trip with you. So try to tell the truth, people. Stay in your lane. You know, it's like if I was to say, yeah, I'm one of the best comedians in the world. I make millions and millions of dollars. Okay? That is just not the truth. I'm a good comedian. I make a good living. That's enough. You get it? I hope. It's nice to see you. Omar. I love when people write into the show and they come from different parts of the world. Different parts of the world. That is just the coolest thing. Jackie Vegas, how you doing? And they come from foreign countries and they write to say hello. Both of my ex-husbands. Bullshit artists. Yep, well said. Okay. So there's a lot of... Hey, how you doing, man? It's nice to see you, Omar. There's so many people that are full of shit. They lie so much that when they start believing their own shit, you just feel like, oh, listen, let me just take you outside and slap the shit out of you. Italian from New Jersey. How you doing, man? It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for saying hello. I wish you well. I hope you're having a great day. I hope everybody's happy. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I try not to talk about so many things that are going on in the world because I don't want to get caught in any minutia. But we all know that there are people within your own culture that you can't stand. Thanks for the shirts and the face mask. Hope you I don't even have my swag with me. I forgot it. But we all know that there's an asshole within your own family. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There's Belgium. What's going on, Belgium? See that? How badass is that? You tell me. Greetings from Belgium. From Belgium with laugh. From Belgium with laugh. How cool is that? What's your name, buddy? From Belgium with laugh. I'm getting a letter from Belgium. Yes, you are a great comedian. Thank you much, Arlene, for saying that. This week and next week, I'll start having guests on the show because I think it's okay for us to sit next to each other now. Social distance within our home. Peter is from Belgium, and he's writing into the show. Peter, you are on the live from my mother's basement show with me, Mike Marino. You are not only on Instagram, but we're watching you also on Facebook Live. And then after this week and the beginning of next week, we could watch you and listen to you as well. You're writing into the show on all kinds of different platforms. I'll read them off to you. I am on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Anchor, all your favorite podcast apps. We're also on DDV Radio and Italian American Radio out of New York City. And we are also on, that's right, youtube.com/Mike Marino Live. So thank you so much, Peter. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hello from Australia. What's going on, Amanda? We got Belgium. We got Australia. We had, well, Texas is not a country, not another country, but From Inglewood, California, Marco Asante. Hey, Marco, I got to talk to you. A couple people want to talk to me about. Oh, Marco, we are now officially on Virex. I'll send you a special thing, but I sold the show. Make America Italian Again, Marino 2016 has been sold. It's on a little network channel. We're streaming. We're kicking ass. We're doing really good. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we were going to sell that show. So please, I don't have the correct information, but if you go to MikeMarino.net, you can get all the information. If you go to YouTube.com/Mike Marino Live, you get to see that as well. Sarah Marino, how are you? Hi from Lisbon, Portugal. Son of a bitch, this is a great night. We had Australia, we had England, we got Portugal, and we got Belgium. Who's got a virus? I don't have a virus. I might have a little bit of a viral exchange. Yesterday, I got an email from a friend who lives in Thailand. He sent me one of my comedy clips from the Laugh Factory, Make America Italian Again, had 7.1 million views. 7.1 million views on a comedy joke that I did that's running in Thailand. I'll figure that out. That's really, really great. A guy who just wrote to me on the show is one of my title sponsors. So nice big shout out, ladies and gentlemen. Regina's Pizza. They've been in business for 50 years. They're in Akron, Ohio. Look them up on the internet. reginaspizza.com. Tell them Mike Marino sent you. Thank you so much, Giuseppe. I really appreciate that. Giuseppe Amato. How cool is that? Folks, I'm glad that everybody's saying I have some legendary stuff, and I really appreciate that. All you need to do is just go to my YouTube channel. Remember, my YouTube channel's free. You subscribe to the channel, it's absolutely free. The advertisers are the ones that pays the entertainer. So go to youtube.com/Mike Marino Live. I'm also on Patreon if you want to see that. Your Make America Italian Again video is still the most popular vid on my account at Stand Up Comedy Graham. Well, thank you so much, all the way from Belgium. I appreciate that, man. Would you DM me? I would like to read that, and then I'll write back to you. Thank you so much. 001 Careless just joined. What a cool name. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So that was, once again, Regina's Pizza, 50 years in business. Look up my friends Steve Catalano and Louis Beaumonte, and also the son Robert Catalano and Steve. They are at reginaspizza.com, 330-753-7797. Title sponsor of Mike Marino Live on tour. I really love that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely send that to me in my inbox. And thank you, everybody, so much for your kind words. I think we really need to get back to the way things were. Look, this is a can opener from the 50s. Anybody remember what this looks like? It's a can opener from the 50s. If you remember, there was a time you didn't open up a can by pulling the top up. You took this and you went like that. This also did the other one and went like that. And this takes the point, puts a hole in it like tomato paste. Boom, boom. And I love antiques. I have antiques all over my house. And this is what opened that can. So if it worked then, why can't it work now? I have another antique can opener. It's the same style. And how many people remember this one that stuck to the refrigerator? How cool is that? This is the one that stuck to the refrigerator. And the reason why I bring that up is because my mother always used to say, the old ways are the best ways because the old ways are cheaper and nobody gets hurt. Okay, I was talking at the beginning of the show about the charity that I'm doing and the fundraiser that I'm trying to raise some money and entertain for mental_health_matters_. Okay? Mental Health Matters. Look it up on Instagram. Say hello. Tell them that Mike Marino sent you. And if you guys want to make a donation, you want to help out a little bit, Mental Health Matters. Mental_health_matters. Tell them Mike Marino sent you a message to say hello. When you're having some depression, what does anybody do? I go surfing with my brothers. I get a nice long surfboard about 10 foot. I go down to the Jersey Shore, 9th Avenue Pier in Belmar, New Jersey, and I paddle out, hopefully with my brothers, some other young surfers that see the older guys come out there with the big, big boards. We laugh, we catch some waves, we make sure everybody's safe. I used to be big into water skiing. Really can't water ski anymore because I'm too old. It'll hurt my back. But that was something that I used to love to enjoy. I loved and enjoyed. Also, just sitting on the beach, hanging out, talking with everybody. And what is the number one thing that makes everybody happy in depression? Food. As far as I'm concerned, food makes me happy. I love a nice plate of macaroni and meatballs. I love pizza. I love spaghetti and oil. I love broccoli. I love steak. I like hamburgers. I like French fries. I like hot dogs. I like any kind of food. Food is what makes me laugh. So I'm going to end tonight's broadcast on food. Everybody knows that in the state of New Jersey and the state of New York City, Boston, Chicago, there are so many great places to eat. Italian style, let's say, or diner style, Greek diner. California has it too. But we're known for overeating and overfeeding, especially when you go to a diner. Now, we can't go inside of a diner, which sucks, because when you go into a diner, it's freezing cold. You get greeted by the guy at the door or the girl at the door that says, "How many in your party?" And they have menus that are this big, and when she takes them up, she hits you in the head with them. Awesome. Belmont. I love the Jersey Shore. Now I live in South Florida. I'm Italian. You are the best. Thank you so much. Zapola, Nick. Hey, Nick, I hope you're doing all right, man. Everything's okay with you. Call me. You got my number. You could always instant message me. So we would eat this great diner food. It was cold. You got a pizza burger deluxe. Pork roll, egg, and cheese on a hard roll. Nothing like pork roll. Oh, it's delicious. Sub sandwich, turkey sloppy. How many people know what a turkey sloppy is? Remember the turkey sloppy? It's coleslaw on your turkey sandwich. It's the best. I absolutely love it. In fact, I just made myself so hungry. It's time to get going. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I do sell t-shirts, underwear, masks. The mask says "Make America Italian Again." Carlo, it's nice to see you. Carlo Russo, one of the funniest comedians on the circuit. It's true, when some comedians admire other comedians, that's when you know you're going to go see a good show. So make sure you guys log on to the Uncle Louie Variety Show and you check out Carlo Russo. I'm at work. You are making me hungry. Yeah, I'm so hungry right now. I'm going to go get myself a nice fat chicken parmesan sandwich on some nice Italian bread. Be nice to each other, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're almost out of the pandemic. We might be. I should be president of the United States, and you know it. I'd be the greatest president. I'd move into the White House. I'd paint it all kinds of different colors so nobody can complain. I'd have all different kinds of people working in there, all different colors, all different races, all laughing and joking and having some fun and say, "Don't worry, we got it. We got it this time. Don't worry, we got it." Right? Let's worry about each other. I'll get a health plan where everybody gets fixed up. I'll get the taxes where it's supposed to be. Everybody pays the right amount of taxes. There ain't going to be no corruption. Everybody's going to tell the truth. And you know what you do? You get the knights at a round table. Everybody comes over to the table and they bring their food and we talk about what's the right thing to do. We need to make sure we take care of the pandemic. That's reason number one. We need to explain to the world what the word defunding means. What does that mean? We're not used to hearing that shit. What does that mean? Does that mean you're not going to give as much money? Or does that mean you're going to give money in better places to help the situation? Wouldn't that be nice to hear that? Not defunding, a funding, a better way. I know how to do it. I'll train them myself. Hey, here's what you do. And then you got to explain to some younger kids, respect your elders. Respect your elders. My father used to say to me all the time, you don't want to live here? Get the fuck out of the house. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. But he never had to say it because I was always happy being at home. We can do this, ladies and gentlemen. And I can ask you right now, just please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I promise I'll make you laugh. And wait till you see the new series, Make America Italian Again, Marino 2020. All right? So go to my YouTube channel, buy some swag, keep an entertainer in the business. All right? I'm Mike Marino. I love you all. This has been a lot of fun tonight. We'll make America Italian again. Remember, you don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing. Don't take no shit from nobody. You don't have to. Good night. Bye. Live from my mother's basement. July 14. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.